Welcome back to One Stop Central. I'm Kyle Sheaffer.
I'm Mike Parker.
And our guests,
Lukas Velazquez.
Emma Savage.
All right, and today we're talking about the new school schedule. We've been in about a week so far.
Yeah.
Three of us here have gone in person, doing the hybrid schedule, and Mike here is doing fully online.
Yeah.
So why don't we start off with our guests? Explain how's
Would
it
you
going?
like to explain a bit about yourselves or introduce yourselves a bit?
Well, like many of the people on this podcast before me, I'm actually a student at NCHS. Surprising, I know. So far, in-person hybrid learning has been pretty decent, actually. I think it's kind of nice to be back in school, but there are some drawbacks, some big drawbacks, kind of like Monday. I think, obviously, that's what a lot of people are talking about. That's just kind of really messed up everyone's schedule. There's a lot of things, at least for me personally, one of the things I like the least is starting at 10 o'clock and going until 3. I've always been used to, especially with the new schedule, getting out at 1:30. So it seems kind of odd to now start at 10, because there's no buses to work around or anything like that. I can't really see the reasoning behind starting at 10 versus just starting at the same time as every other school day. So yeah, kind of just... and a lot of the teachers as well, they don't really see the point in it. A lot of them kind of have to make up curriculums for like those Monday days. Most of them, for me at least, just let me off in like the first 5 minutes. So it's just kind of a useless experience, to be honest.
What about you, Emma?
I like going back to school, the hybrid learning. It's, for me, way better than staying all online because a lot of the time I just would rather do it by myself instead of getting on Zoom and then listening to the teachers and then really doing nothing because it's really just busy work. But at least going back into the building, at least you get a personal feeling with the teachers and stuff. But I will agree with the Monday. I don't like the Monday schedule. I'd rather have the asynchronous, even though I probably didn't do that much work asynchronous either. But at least I could do it, I don't know, by myself.
It's surprising to see how short the teachers are in real life.
My teacher is actually really tall. I thought he was short, but he's
My one teacher.
one out of...
You want to give a shout out to that teacher?
Right.
Yeah, what's his name? Or her name?
Mr. Gresk. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have never actually said their names.
Well, Mr. Gresk, congrats.
He's surprisingly a lot taller than what I thought.
How tall is he?
I don't even know, but he just looks like a short
Can you
person.
give us a chest measurement? Perhaps pant length?
Compared to me, everyone's basically tall.
So
Okay?
on camera, you're thinking like 5'4", and then in real life, he's 5'9", and you're freaking out?
Well, no, he's... Okay, let me think. He's probably like... I can't even guess. I'm not gonna guess.
I was expecting a munchkin, but I got a
He's like...
not munchkin.
He's like a... He looks like he could be a short, bald dude, but he's not, which is surprising.
He's a tall, bald dude.
Yeah.
There's none of those.
So
Hey,
Mike,
have you ever watched the NBA?
Oh my goodness.
Hey Mike,
Yeah.
how's it going online then?
Yeah, so I am fully online, and I don't know, for me personally, I think the full online just worked better, and my overall grade point average has been higher than like actually full in school. So personally, I think full online is just best for me. I don't see the point to the hybrid schedule for me going into the school. I just don't see the point to that when I'm doing so well online. And also, the Mondays, I agree with that. I think they're kind of stupid in a way. Like,
Well,
I see
especially
why.
for someone that's fully online.
Yeah, I see the point to, like, having them because I heard, like, some people aren't doing their work on Mondays, which can be a problem. But, I mean,
For me
with this
personally,
hybrid schedule, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah.
For me personally, I use Mondays, and most teachers did at least. It's a day that you can actually get done with some work that you had left last week.
Yeah.
If you were kind of late with stuff or you had to catch up on stuff, it was a day that they would give you lighter workload so you can kind of catch up on stuff, especially with the pandemic as it is and people kind of running about figuring out new schedules and new things. It was really good, especially in some of my classes where there's a lot of work and sometimes they don't give you a lot of time to finish it.
Yeah, I agree with that. it's like a recuperating day in a way, like reorganizing yourself.
Don't even have to set an alarm. Just kind of wake up whenever I want, get to work whenever I want. That's what I loved about last school year. Did you guys? What did you guys feel about last school years? How they did it? How it was just like, for me at least, it was just, all right, guys. Here's a thing. Just do the assignment. There was no teaching.
Yeah, but for me, the motivation kind of was like,
You didn't even have to go on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
You know, like I never did once.
Yeah, neither did I. Actually, the only time we went on was a German thing where we're just saying goodbye.
Yeah.
like, I know I had, I actually did chemistry last year, and my chemistry teacher was like, oh, just hop on the Zoom and we'll help. And I was like, I need help, but I'm still not going to join the Zoom. So it was kind of like, I don't know. I'd rather not have to deal with that.
Yeah, I see your point. I think the way they did it, like last year, like end of sophomore year for us, I didn't see that. Just didn't work at all. Like
they were really just figuring it all out, though. You know,
Yeah.
There's no way they could have known. It was so quick, that
Yeah.
transition. So I
it
don't
was
think-
the end of the year as well, so it was like kind of hard for
Yeah,
them
just
to
get 'em through,
manage.
you know.
Yeah, kind of finish it off. So.
How did your guys' grades improve or stay the same or anything like that?
pretty much stayed the same for
Okay.
now and always.
Mine actually increased.
I'd say mine increased, but they were kind of on the average of my high school, but like high school average, I guess.
Mhm.
But last year it went downhill, but this year it went back to normal. So I guess that's good.
So you're the kind of person that needs more structure in their learning.
Yeah.
And I think that's an advantage of doing the hybrid learning because
Mhm.
you can actually go back and see the teacher in person, and you know you kind of have to pay attention.
kinda
'cause
keeps you
you're literally in
accountable, yeah.
class.
Because especially online, there's no way for them to stop you. You have your phone next to you. There's so many distractions. Heck, you know, like I have a bunch of dogs at home. Whenever like they bark or stuff or they're doing something, I have to get up for my class, and I'm missing vital instruction.
I don't know about you guys, but like the whole keeping your cameras on thing, you can still use your phone. Nobody will ever be able to tell. You know, unless you're in real school, you can just do whatever you want, pretty much.
That's speaking of that. I wonder how how colleges are gonna consider this year's GPA. Because
From
of
what
the
I've
whole-
heard,
yeah.
they may, like, depending on the college, someone will just mark it off if you have a valid excuse.
No, I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
I don't mean like that. I mean how they're going to apply it. Some colleges think that because it's so easy to cheat and such, there's no reason to consider this.
And then what happens with
Yeah.
kids that like actually worked really hard and actually did their stuff and they got straight A's and they go, oh, it's just because of online learning,
And
Yeah.
some colleges are going test optional. So
I'm actually having my AC test on Saturday, so wish me luck, guys.
Good luck.
No.
You know
Good
what?
luck, man. Good luck.
I don't know. I don't know about giving you luck on that.
I only have so
Yeah.
much to give, Kyle.
That's another thing about the ACT testing. It's a whole lot harder when you're not kind of getting out there.
Yeah.
You're already staying inside. You're not really doing as much. Basically going from already doing homework with no one around, barely having any human contact, to doing tests or practice tests or just working through like a booklet, by yourself. It's kind of demoralizing. It's kind of hard to push yourself through, which I think you guys were kind of touching on earlier, is that online learning in general just doesn't motivate you as much as in person does.
Yeah, there's kind of less consequences too, especially with fully online. I'm sure like
Yeah.
the worst you can get is a harshly written email by a teacher that has to write 50 of those a day. So there's not that much motivation at all. Yeah.
You didn't turn this in, but I'll still give you 100%.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, I've forgotten like assignment or two, and I just emailed the teacher like, yeah, turn it in, you'll still get 100. As a student, that's great, but I'm saying from a outside perspective that maybe that's not going to help us keep accountable.
That is true. Yeah.
I'm not going to name names. I've even seen some students that last semester, all they did was they did nothing until the last like 2 or 3 weeks. They turned everything in. They were still able to get like 90s.
Yeah, I know.
Which is
people like
crazy.
that too,
Yeah, it's crazy that like me and other people that kind of worked throughout the entire thing, making sure all that we keep our grades up, they were able to just do it all and still get A's like that, even though they didn't put the work in.
I had like late work at the beginning of the semester, and then at the end, as long as you turned it in, you'd still have a good grade, basically. You just have to try. Well, not even try, you just gotta turn it in.
Yeah, most of them aren't even doing it for like complete. That's one of the biggest problems too. Like 2 or 3 of my classes, they don't put answer keys to homework, so I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. So when the test comes around in the end, I don't know.
See, something really big with tests. I don't get why there's no finals. Like, I'm sure a lot of classes have like final projects. You know, the same for me with you guys. But if we're already taking all of our tests online, or at least last semester, all of our tests online, all of our homework's online, every project is online, what difference does it make if we have a final online? Because our grade is already being 100% determined by that online aspect, right? So what final would make no difference.
That is a pretty good point. I will say this though, for some students it can be harder not being in school. Like, maybe they make finals optional. That could be a good idea. But like,
But no one's gonna take it.
yeah, that's a good point as well.
I mean, it can be
but
harder.
no, it something that's good about the final though for some people is like it's a grade booster over like the people that already have A's. They don't want to take the final because it's too much of a risk. But like for the people that are at like C plus or something.
Well, that's why
trying to
before you
get
go in
up.
the finals,
Yeah.
you want to have a nice, good 95 or above, so that even if you get an F on it, like to a certain grade point, it won't
Yeah.
drop your grade. So
Yeah.
that's the point of
I'm
doing
just
good
saying
throughout the
for
rest
people
of the
that
school
don't
year.
have
You
that,
know,
of course. Yeah.
you want to have that little safety cushion.
I
Yeah.
think that it's more of a leeway, you know, to not have to take the final because some people, their motivation's just gone. Like, they don't care, really. So there's no reason to care the rest of the time. I don't know.
Yeah, like the whole motivation aspect makes it's a big deal. Like some students just don't want to actually do anything in school anymore because it's just like, what purpose is there?
It's kind of
it
easy to
all?
just log on, do whatever work there is, you know. So not having a final kind of yeah, I guess you're right. Lets people
Yeah.
keep that same grade and not have to put in any effort. And actually like retaining the knowledge, which is the point of a final, right? So I don't know. I don't see why.
I've never really liked finals, period. As someone personally that's not really good at test taking in general, I feel that they are too much on retaining knowledge and giving advantage to people that are able to memorize quicker
Yeah.
and easier than most. So instead of actually learning the material, as long as you can remember it, then you're better off than everyone else.
Yeah.
I also feel like the stress aspect to it all because it's finals week, so it's
Mhm.
all the finals all together. Then you have to do it on top of online. Then you have to do it. It's just a mess, especially specifically for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't have a desk, so I'm doing it on my bed. So, or with my sister, who is also in high school, who is also trying to study for
Is she a freshman or?
freshman for this so-called final, if we're saying cadet anyway.
How is she doing? How was a freshman's take on this whole thing?
She said it's kind of the same as middle school. Like it's
Well, the
not,
ending of middle school, or like her whole middle school experience before the pandemic?
like 8th grade. It's
Okay.
to her it's basically the exact same thing.
Is she doing hybrid too?
Yes.
What does she think?
She doesn't like it. I can't really speak for her that much, but I just know she complains a lot. She doesn't know where she's going because like she didn't have time to go walk around or anything. And
Oh, yeah, I bet that's so confusing. We only have 5 minutes too, every day between the classes. That must suck.
I'm a part of ambassador.
Yeah, don't they have to like take that tour thing for the school?
I'm actually an ambassador. That's one of the things that we do is that we lead kids around, you know, like show them
Yeah.
around. One of the things that I saw the most was, and I felt it too when I was a freshman. It's a maze if you don't know where you're going. It took me almost a year to learn everywhere around the school, and including the janitor's office, just because like don't know how to do certain things. I can't open a closet or a locker or something, so I go and ask them. So it just takes experience in the school rather than just
Yeah.
So walking your schedule every day, having a bunch of different classes all over. That's how you learn it, not just walking it around.
I
So
literally just have to guess. If it's one subject, then it's probably in this direction. And then you go into that office, and then you're like, "Can you please help me?"
Yeah, I don't even know like where most of my classrooms were. It's just that I know, okay, this is science and maths on the third floor. I'll go up there. Okay, this is counting up. I'm assuming that's where my class is gonna be if I keep walking.
I
that
just
way.
follow the
Mhm.
signs to the numbers. You
But
know.
in the
Oh, I don't follow that at all. I just see that they're counting up. The door numbers are counting up.
in the flat wing, it's a little more difficult in the flat wing because they're all kind of mixed together.
You have 42E, 42A, and then you have 51B.
Have you guys taken any
Makes
of
no
those
sense.
flat wing classes?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
taking consumer ec right now. I have to go from the flat wing all the way to the opposite end on the third floor in 5 minutes. It sucks.
So Thursday is literally third floor to flat wing to third floor to flat wing.
Wow,
That's
that's
all of my
like-
classes.
That sounds
That's
terrible.
Yeah.
They give you like a moped to get there on time?
No.
Oh, that'd be great.
What do you have there?
Okay. I have anatomy, and then I go back down to band, and then I go back up to math, and then I go back down to consumer.
Oh, what has band been like during this whole pandemic? Can you take off your mask, or you have to be 6 feet apart so you can take them off
It's
and
so
play?
stupid. Oh.
Yeah, you can say stupid.
Okay.
That's not last time I checked, that's not a swear word.
And I don't know. Even online, all online. I don't know if I should be saying this, but I did not do a single thing. And I passed. I got an A. I got a 97A, and I did not play a single time on Zoom at all. I'm not joking. We had a project, and I had to play with like 4 other people, and it was so bad, and we still got 100. I don't even know how. No one played on time. It was so bad. But okay, hybrid is supposed to be better. We haven't actually played hybrid yet.
Wait, what do you do in band then?
Well, we've only been there twice. I mean, once.
Well, I remember, I mean, I'm not in band currently, but I was in middle school. It's still like, all right, everyone sit down. All right, play. 3, 2, 1. Like, come on.
Well, we haven't. They were doing on. I had it Thursday, so on Thursday they were just going through what they expect us to like do safety wise.
Yeah, here's the safety guys. All right, play.
Wait, why
3,
wouldn't
2.
they do that on the first day?
It was the first.
Why
day.
didn't they tell you on
We've only
Monday?
You
had
said Thursday,
On Monday.
right? So yeah,
Well,
Monday or
Yeah,
okay.
talk it to you on Monday. Like
They did
what-
on Monday, but it's better. I don't know how to explain it. There's different procedures. Like we had to figure out our lockers and how many people can go into the locker room to get their instrument and stuff.
I would have
and then-
assumed that they would have went over that on Monday. Though.
do they still use the
can't.
magic wizard wand?
What? No. Oh,
The conductor
conductor
stick?
stick?
The magic wizard wand.
It makes noise come.
This is
Oh my
like
goodness.
this is NCHS, not Hogwarts.
They had to go over different masks because we have different masks to play our
It'd be fun
instruments.
if the
Isn't there,
band
like,
teacher
a
arrived
hole
on a flying
in
broomstick.
the middle or something.
It's like I
Only
don't-
in your dreams.
Yeah, wait,
Okay.
you're literally blowing out air into like the room. That's
Okay,
it's kind of
so-
crazy.
I play flute, so it's different than the other instruments. I can't really tell you what the other instrument masks are, but ours.
Do they have to cut holes in them?
No. Okay,
we
okay.
wear a ski
okay.
mask to school.
So I'm assuming what I'm assuming is that the mask does have a hole in it, but then they have a sheet above the other mask. So I don't
They
really know.
provide you with Oh, here's this mask. Last, like a few sessions ago, like another student played it.
It's
Here's
only
ago.
for band. It's only for band.
Yeah. So it's like that you cut holes in your own mask. They provide. you
No,
with masks.
it's specifically made. Made for band, like instrument players.
So I was making a joke there, but you're completely
Oh.
serious that they just say, okay, here's a mask that a student was using last period.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead
sure
and wear
it's
it.
Oh, I
individual.
don't know. I don't.
They probably
I don't
give
know. They
one
haven't given
to
it
each
to us
student,
yet.
you know.
They probably have like a
Maybe,
reusable
yeah,
thing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, they
I
haven't
mean,
given it.
So it's like a little sheet that you put over your thing, or what?
Yeah, but
Right,
mine is different. Like we haven't gotten it yet, but they were explaining it anyway, and so.
Look it up. Could you look up what it would kind of look like?
Doesn't like every instrument in band require you to
Band
blow
mask.
air?
Yes, but
Besides, percussion.
yes, but because they
Yeah,
have
photo up there.
filters.
Oh my
They're
god.
gonna put filters at the end of. Let's see.
Wow, this is so 1984.
I don't know what they look like. I haven't seen them.
That's bad.
Oh wait, go down.
Oh my god.
That's not the kind of mask we wanted. Sorry.
The only thing I know is that apparently the flute
Yo, you
ones,
like someone from our school too. What do you know?
the flute ones are supposed to be face shields because apparently flutes spread the least, I don't know, air or whatever, particles. I don't know.
Yeah, get to the back.
I don't know. So it's just a face shield. But
So who
Yeah.
does spread the most COVID?
It would have to be the tuba. No.
I think it's clarinet. I think, but I don't know.
Not even the oboe?
I feel like the flute would be the most
Clarinet and
direct. It's
oboe.
literally just a tube.
That's what most people thought, but apparently not. They did tests.
Interesting.
What kind of test? All right, blow
Uh,
for me.
I don't know. Some aerosol tests. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll accept that.
So- Here, I've got something interesting to talk about. So, I got an email from my wrestling teacher, or my wrestling coach. Wrestling's actually starting up again, which
Yeah.
is interesting
Yeah.
because, like, full contact school sports are, like, going to be on again.
How are you guys?
Which,
how you
yeah,
guys wear
that's
masks?
interesting.
Yeah, I saw this
So-
funny video where it's
yeah.
like a guy just showed how to win any wrestling match immediately. Just take your finger, slip it on their mask, take it off, and they're disqualified.
Seriously?
Are you guys gonna have to like wear green morph suits and stuff?
No, so like I heard in the email we're just gonna wear masks to practice or something. I don't really know how that's
But
gonna
then
work.
you're touching each other. In fact,
Yeah,
wrestling is like
like I was
Maybe
thinking.
everyone just gets tested before you go to, like a meet. Or
I
something.
was thinking like
well,
I
the
don't
thing
think
is,
that
like,
works. Like as far as the
Yes,
mask
yeah.
works, it doesn't work if you're constantly
You're
wrestling.
literally like
someone.
right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's not
they're
gonna
close enough they
protect you
could
that
like
much.
they're close enough that they
It's
could.
definitely gonna come
And
off.
even
yeah.
then, like they're
They're
just
rubbing
gonna
faces with
it's
each
just
other.
gonna fall off.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
But
do they-
Mike,
I've never seen
you're
like
a
a
wrestler. You say like
Yeah.
during wrestling matches, like you rub faces once in a while. You do a
Oh,
bunch
yeah,
of stuff.
no,
like,
like,
imagine
it-
like a cross face with a
it's
mask
not even
on.
that. Yeah,
How's that gonna work?
It's not even like I do some moves where you literally have to brush their like try to get their eyes closed to do a
Yeah.
move. It's like a fake or like hit their
Yeah.
head. Like you don't usually hit them in the face area, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, or
when
like
you
you're
wrestle.
gonna knock their
Or
ear
just
something
like,
that.
yeah, if you try to take them down or do anything on top, you're gonna end up just yanking it right off. And
It's gonna fall off like even if
Yeah.
you don't do
Yeah.
anything.
Like a whole part
And-
of it is like basically just it's kind of just like rolling about.
I
So
feel
you're
like
gonna-
if
should
you're
just
gonna
come
do
in.
wrestling, you have to accept the fact that
you're gonna
there's
get
a
COVID.
high possibility you get COVID going into that
Yeah.
room.
You should just wear like 1972 Ukrainian gas masks that don't come off.
Now that is a
you have to
possibility,
wear-
like wearing like full on like kind of ski masks in
Yeah.
a way. That's like the only way I could see. But man, that would be hot. Like oh man, like
Oh
That
yeah.
would hurt if you face planted.
yeah.
What?
Wait, what you-
I said that would hurt if you face planted.
Yeah, that would hurt. Period.
Yeah. So I don't
This just in.
I don't
Face
know.
planting hurts.
Oh my God.
I think there's gonna be like room restrictions though, like only a couple people
Only
at a
2
time.
students in here. No
Yeah.
teachers either.
Or most of it might be just lifting practice instead of like full on contact.
Yeah, that's
So,
probably what you mean.
Or like you have like a certain partner for the whole year.
Is it gonna be like the wrestling season or is it gonna be just training?
I think it's a wrestling season.
Oh yeah, wait. Actually,
So-
just the partner thing brings up something. You said like on the bus you're allowed to sit next to someone else, right?
On the bus you have a little card for each seat. You have assigned seats.
But there's like 2 people per seat,
Yeah,
and then
but
they have them separated, right?
you have 2 people in a seat and you sit there.
So you put like a little barricade between you guys.
No.
There's like 2 people in a seat, empty seat, 2 people, empty.
No.
No?
It's
Oh,
it's
how's
2
it?
people in a seat, 2 people in a seat, 2 two.
And there's
But
there's
if
an
you-
empty seat between
No,
them.
there's not.
Oh, okay. So I guess
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to carry the kids then.
I guess like my point was with the assigning a partner, right? They kind of want to be able to track it, because it's gonna spread. People are gonna get COVID. You know, they
Well,
if you
that's
do
why
that,
they do
yeah,
it,
no
yeah.
matter what.
yeah they know that, so they're
That's
trying
why
to
they
like
have the barcodes.
Yeah,
Trying to figure out where everyone is.
yeah they're trying to track points of contact. I think is the point. Same with like how you, for some of my classes we had to write a sticky note. Put which seat is ours, right? Because they want to know who's near who, and they can track it and notify people that have been in contact with that person. So I guess that's probably how they're gonna do it.
Mhm.
Yes,
I
you know,
will
with
say
assigning a
some
partner.
people don't sit on their seat on the bus. They don't care.
It's worrying because people that take it lightly and aren't listening to what we're doing, they're the ones that are going to ruin it for everyone, even the people that are listening.
One thing I was thinking of is kind of funny. Like, what are they gonna do for? Well, football season's already ended, but like hypothetically, are they gonna have like a big Zoom jumbotron?
No, that was They have to do like
just like a Zoom call with like 400 people and like everyone's chanting on it.
Speaker mode.
Yeah.
yeah. I tackled you. Do you think they have to roll like a die to see if they get tackled or not? No, but
No.
I mean, they Central Times actually what they covered in the sports section was how different students are trying to get recruited to colleges. Throughout all this, like what they're doing is they're going to different colleges, showing off what they can do. They're taking time to practice or stuff like that. In fact, some of them are even like putting on like unregistered mock games between like 6 or 7 of them. So I saw a picture of them at the Central Stadium with another school and Naperville players, and they were going at it.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Going off of like how public activities like football games, wrestling. How is lunch now? As an online student, I saw like the preview to how lunch is gonna work. I don't know if that's actually how it is, or if people go outside the building to downtown Naperville, or whatever. But do you guys have any experiences on lunch?
You can leave whenever you want.
It's open campus for all grades.
That sounds like
But-
that's
nice.
like the worst. It's nice, but like it's very bad if you're, for the whole
Freshman.
COVID thing. Yeah,
It's
no,
weird
for the
for
whole
freshmen.
COVID thing, because people
Or,
like
like-
letting people
yeah.
walk wherever they want. You can't really control where they're walking to.
Especially downtown, because
Well, you know what? I guess they can't have however many 100 kids just walking around the school doing nothing. So it kind of has to be open campus because they can't just have them inside the school.
No,
And if
I've
they're
actually
on
seen
lunch,
students
they're gonna do
walking
some
around
quirky stuff
in
now.
school.
I also have a question on like the free lunch system. I don't really.
It's just like
it's just like a little snack.
Yeah,
not
it's like
lunch.
It's
carrots.
a fridge with like a bagel and a box of expired juice.
They do have breakfast, which is probably the exact same thing. But
It's just carrots and celery
yeah,
and milk.
but it's free. But,
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
wait to
that's
eat that expired milk and that carrots that were cut 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
I don't really get everyone's touching the same handle.
Yeah, I was thinking that same thing. Like,
Yeah.
is
They're
there
gonna
a
say the
line
same
just to
carrots.
get the stuff?
Yes, actually.
Really,
And-
there was when I saw there was.
Yeah, no, there was a line, and like the kids weren't even doing like the 6 feet apart, or like even 3 feet. They were like right up against each other.
when you were getting your sticker, the
People
sticker
really
to-
want those bagels and carrots.
When you were getting the sticker to enter into the school, no one was 6 feet apart. It was just like
Oh yeah, the 6 feet apart thing was like, what?
no one cares.
I yelled at it for one time. We're sitting right next to each other. Every other time it doesn't even matter. Like, me and Kyle actually have one class together where we practically sit like 2 feet apart. It's not really that serious.
Walking down the hallways, you're like right next to the
Mhm.
person you're walking next to someone. You're not 6 feet apart
Yeah.
at all.
I guess they do the best that they can, but really, there's just a lot
I
people have
think
to figure out.
I think it's up to the students personally, like to actually get it locked down because ultimately the teachers aren't going to be able to control that. If you do what you want to do, so I think the students need to take responsibility more.
Big message, Mike. Be safe, people. It's up to you. Only you can stop forest fires.
Well, thank you guys for joining us
Yeah,
on
thank you so
One
much.
Stop Central. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time on One Stop Central.
Bye.